oh, this was mind-blowing, oh, that was mind-blowing. But this is actually like, it's blown my mind. Somebody to fit the bill with Akshay, and I was very, very young. I was, what, some 17 years old. Even Shah Rukh wants to be better, even at the position he is today. 23 and lie about being 19, and then now I'm like 33 10 years later. I started at 17. Madhuri Dixit, she was my role model. मेरे हिस्से में जो आया है वो मेरे लिए काफ़ी है और मैं खुश हूँ उसके साथ. Hi, मैं हूँ Aarti Chabaria and you are watching me on BollywoodHungama.com.
We have this today beautiful and vivacious Aarti Chabaria, who's just won Khatron Ke Khiladi this season 4 with Akshay Kumar. Wonderful to have you in Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here. One of my favorite sites.
Aarti! Aarti! ये है हमारे winners.
Congratulations for winning the title. How's the feeling?
Oh, it's a great feeling, you know, it's a great sense of achievement and success. I mean, the whole experience was mind-blowing. I mean, I've always just said, oh, this was mind-blowing, oh, that was mind-blowing. But this is actually like, it's blown my mind.
And quite an eventful, I think, journey for you it has been in Khatron Ke Khiladi, because I believe you had been voted out and after that you made a wildcard entry and you went on to win it. So that must have been quite a high as well.
Yes, absolutely. I think all the odds were against us because we got eliminated in the third episode. You know, luckily we had the wildcard entry where we made a comeback. Right. And I kept asking myself, you know, whether people who come back in the wildcard, is it like in the history of Khatron Ke Khiladi, has anybody won? You know, have any of the winners been a wildcard entry return? So the answer that I kept getting was that no, you know, so this is the first time I guess it's happened. So yeah, we were fighting against very, very tough contestants, people who had trained over a long period of time because they had been signed a long period before I was signed. I was taken in almost towards the end of the show. So with such tough competition, to emerge a winner has, I mean, it's a different high altogether.
And your host was Akshay Kumar, opposite whom you've starred in Awaara, Paagal, Deewana.
That's right.
So how was that experience? Because Akshay used to be quite tough at times.
Yes, of course. But I guess Akshay has always been very lucky for me. And I think that's why people always tell me that their favorite from my films is Awaara, Paagal, Deewana. And even this time, of course, he was not a co-star. He was my sir and my guru on the show. Not only my guru, he was, for all 13 couples, he was our sir, you know. So it was great working with him on the show. I think he makes a fantastic host.
Primarily, you are remembered more for Awaara, Paagal, Deewana. Your Tapori language and all those things, it somewhere stays in the mind.
My Tapori language, I mean, we all know why it's been everybody's favorite, because in Bombay, people love that whole Tapori lingo.
How do you look back at Awaara, Paagal, Deewana now?
I have fantastic memories. I mean, that was my second film, and even though it was my second, it was like my first only, because my first hadn't released when I started shooting for that. I was shooting for my first and my second at the same time. I have some crazy memories of Awaara, Paagal, Deewana. I remember doing the dialogues, you know, so that I would be perfect, because I remember at that point that, you know, there were so many girls that they were auditioning for Awaara, Paagal, Deewana. And they wanted somebody to fit the bill with Akshay. And I was very, very young. I was, what, some 17 years old.
When it was being shot? 17?
Yes!
Okay.
I was like the happiest when I got to know it's happening, you know, to be paired against Akshay Kumar. So it was a great experience overall.
मैंने तो खाई कसम चाहूंगी तुझको सनम चाहत पे बस ना चले.
I think grand song and dance as well, shot at, I think, exotic locations with Akshay Kumar.
Yeah, we shot in Spain, in Ronda. We shot in Muscat, we shot in America, and yeah.
there is a perception that Aarti Chabaria, after making a successful sort of start in Awaara, Paagal, Deewana, you could not maintain on that. I believe you've had a few films before that as well. Post Awaara, Paagal, Deewana, you could not maybe cement your position within the film industry as an actress. Is it a fair assessment?
Well, I don't think that's true. I mean, people may be of that opinion, but I feel that I have done about a good 27 films, and including my South films, my Telugu films, my Kannada films,
right.
You know, and inclusive of a few special appearances that I've done. And,
in Partner and...
yeah, Partner, Hey Baby, and some others. So I think things have gone very well for me. Maybe not as well as people wished. I mean, thanks to my well-wishers that you all wished and you all expected something bigger than that. And even for my family and myself, you know, I wish that things would have been better. I think in life, we're never going to be content. I'm sure even Shah Rukh wants to be better, even at the position he is today. So we all want to strive for better, but we, you know, in the limits that we get and what we get offered from, I think I gave it my best shot, whatever I got offered.
You know, but the perception is primarily based on the fact that you're doing a film with Akshay Kumar and then a film like a Dhoom Dhadaka and all. Not the classiest of films to come around, maybe for an actress. Even I think you agree.
इस तरह अकेले लड़के को देखकर छेड़ा, देखो मैं छोड़ना चाह दूंगा।
तू मुझे छोड़ के आया था ना? हाँ? तेरे को पता था ना? शादी फिक्स की थी तेरे साथ। ये देख, ये अंगूठी दी थी तूने मुझे। ये दौलत के लिए तूने मेरा दिल ठुकराया। अब देख, मैं तेरा क्या हाल करूँ?
See, I didn't ever come from a filmy background.
Your father is a doctor.
My father's a dentist, that's right. You have your sources absolutely
I do my
clear.
research.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
Dr. Ashok Chabaria, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. My God, Bollywood Hungama.
Bollywood Hungama rocks.
Yeah, it does, totally. So, yeah, I come from a non-filmy background, and I've obviously never had a godfather in the industry. I've not had like a boyfriend in the industry who's been pushing or, you know, rooting for me. And neither have I, you know, been a part of like a Femina Miss India, which is usually a great platform for a lot of people. So whatever I've made it on my own, you know. I think I stand as an example for all those girls out there who are, you know, who want to be actors, but they don't have the right push or the right platform or whatever. So if I've achieved so much in, you know, by myself, I think that I would like to give it some credit and, you know, feel happy and feel proud about it.
Do you feel that one needs to have certain controversies doing the round? As you said, maybe a well-placed boyfriend to just push you around. Is there something that is mandatory in Bollywood in a way for actresses?
You know, especially when you are a kind of person like me who believes in her principles.
You've never been in controversies
Exactly. I've always...
Boyfriends or any fights or anything
not
like that?
Not at all. मेरे हिस्से में जो आया है वो मेरे लिए काफ़ी है और मैं खुश हूँ उसके साथ क्योंकि you know, I think I'm the kind of person who's always kept to her principles and tried to follow the right path. People that have worked with me for you know, who I am as an actor. I mean, all these extra frills, right? They would help. I mean, the people that have done well have had backgrounds like that. Either they've come from a filmy background or they've had somebody who's been rooting for them or they've been a Femina Miss India because Times of India really pushes their winners. So I'm just comparing to those, you know, saying that...
Any examples, any names?
I'm sorry, no names at all.
Now with this Khatron Ke Khiladi, it's obviously it's a big channel, big platform. So many people watch it all over India, across the world as well. Have you been getting offers from within Bollywood and feelers from directors per se?
Offers, yeah, offers of course they were there. They have been coming and they'll always continue. But what I'm going to do next, I really haven't decided. Films, I had taken a break before Khatron Ke. I had not taken up any work because I wasn't liking the kind of offers I was getting. So I said that I'd rather step back and just wait for the right offer to come. Otherwise, I'm not dying to do a film if it's going to be like, you know, just so that I'm in the, you know, out of sight, out of mind, and I want to just have some films. For me, it's more quality at this stage in my career and at this stage in my life. I think I've been here long enough to now make the right choices. I can't just go on taking up work just to be in the rolling. Sure. I've never been in this industry so that because I was crazy about being famous or anything. I was here because I'm passionate about acting. I love my job And so when I get an exciting role, I'll do it. And if not, then I'm really happy, you know, doing my dance classes and playing my sports, you know, I mean, swimming and enjoying with my family. Sure. I have like many sides to me. Acting is one side. I enjoy it. That's my job. It's my profession. But if not that, it's not like it's the end of the world for me. I have loads of other things to do.
And I believe you've been used to being famous. You did the Farex ad at the age of 3. She's a Farex girl, 3 years of age, and you've done many ads after that as well.
Yes, that's right. I started my career when I was 3 years old. Of course, I didn't even know at that time that I was modeling, because when you're so young, obviously, my mom was, you know, responsible for, you know, having taken that decision. And I really thank her for having taken that decision, because as I grew up and I did so many ads, I did over 250, 300 ads, you know, whether it was Clean and Clear face wash, LML trendy scooter, Amul frostic ice cream. There was Pepsodent I did. I launched Pepsodent when I was hardly 14 in the 9th standard. So I grew up facing the camera and I really enjoyed the whole experience so much. So acting came very naturally, and like it was like a, you know, gradual, very obvious transformation from a model to being an actor. And I also won the Miss India Worldwide in 2000, which was a beauty pageant, international beauty pageant, but not it's not Femina. I mean, it has a different, you know, group of people. It's not from Times. It's the Indian Festival Committee in New York.
Do you regret it that it's not Times? Because they promote their...
It's not a regret, but at the same time, I wish that they had pushed better, you know, because it would have gotten me my debut film. My debut film didn't come to me for my pageant, for my Miss India Worldwide winning. Even though I won the one here in India, like the Miss India Queen, and then I went international and even won the Miss India Worldwide in 2000, being the youngest contestant. So that kind of credit and that kind of push, if it was hyped here at that time, it would have, you know, got me a lot of acclaim and a lot of, you know, probably really good offers. I was taken in my first film because my producer and director saw me in a music video called Nasha Hi Nasha Hai. By Sukhwinder Singh, you know, which was directed by Kabir Lal, the cinematographer.
And now, what are the sort of filmmakers that you feel, considering that you don't want to do just any kind of work, what are the kind of filmmakers that attract you and you would like to work with them? Maybe roles that you feel that suit you.
See, I could tell you my last film, Das Tola, that was with Manoj Bajpayee, and that had a fantastic role of a village girl, and very different from, of course, from who I am as a person.
शादी जल्द से जल्द होनी चाहिए।
अगर तुम्हें हिम्मत है, तो एक सोने का मंगलसूत्र बनाकर मेरे गले में डाल दो।
1 तोला सोना लगता है, वो तो झट से बना दूंगा।
बस पापा को कब्जे में करने के लिए कम से कम 10 तोले की कुर्बानी देनी होगी।
10 तोला? 10 तोले की कीमत जानती हो क्या होता है?
So I think something challenging like that. I mean, that didn't work at the box office, but it got a lot of appreciation. So of course I want my films to do well, and box office success is like, it means everything to the people in the industry. Definitely. But films like that, you know, slightly different, like as in different cinema.
Any film in recent time that you feel, yeah, this is what I want to do in future. These are the filmmakers that I would like to work with. Raju
Hirani. I'd love to work with Mr. Anurag Kashyap, Anurag Basu. I would love to work with Vishal Bharadwaj. There's so many of them. Even a film like Delhi Belly, I think it was really nice. And not to forget Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, that I recently saw and I really loved. So, but my all-time favorite remains Jab We Met. I loved Geet in that film, and I think that Imtiaz is fantastic. And he would be like my dream director that I'd like to work with.
Considering what we've seen, the ebullient side of you in Awaara, Paagal, Deewana, maybe I think those kind of roles may suit you as well. Isn't it?
I know I would be good at whatever I take up. So even if it was a village girl, if you saw Das Tola, I'm sure you would like that role equally as much. When I take up a role, I put in every part of my body is, you know, I mean, only trying to be that character.
In fact, all the filmmakers that you've taken the names of, they are making meaningful cinema. It's in the commercial sphere, but at the same time, they're making meaningful cinema. So that is what your aim is primarily, to do mainstream stuff, but at the same time, it has to have some some sense
but
and logic into
not
it?
to take away that obviously, like Abbasji, Mastanji and Anis Bazmi, and these are the filmmakers that make a lot of commercial cinema, which is also something I really like, because Awaara, Paagal, Deewana was that kind of a commercial film. And of course Vikram Bhatt made it, and I'd love to work with him too. I've done a lot of multi-star cast films like Daddy Cool with Inder Kumar, who's also a fantastic director.
Not the best choices maybe, but not the, I think your performance was nice. I've seen that film.
Daddy Cool.
Whatever role was given to you, you're pretty good in that, but maybe not the best of films to work in maybe.
It was a remake of a film, which is an English film, Death at a Funeral. Right. And it was actually a scene-to-scene, almost scene-to-scene pickup. And there were mixed reactions. Some people, loved it. Some people thought it was not that good. So yeah, sometimes it does happen, Some films you have a mixed reaction to.
Your performance had potential, so maybe the perception is that Aarti Chabaria has a certain amount of potential, but maybe it has not been
tapped on. Yeah, a lot of people do tell me that, but then that's a wake-up call for all the directors watching. I think they should probably consider me the next time they cast. I am right here with my arms open, waiting for the right role to come along, and because I started early in my career. I didn't start at like 23 and lie about being 19, and then now I'm like 33 10 years later. I started at 17, so being about 27, 28, I have a long time to go before I want to quit, so still having age on my side, and having my arms open for the right kind of offers, and being hungry for good work. It's just a matter of the right offer coming along, and me tapping on the right film.
Tell us something about your likes in terms of movies, in terms of, say, the classics. What sort of movies did you grow up on, and that really appealed to you?
Mughal-e-Azam or Pakiza, but those are not the kind of films I grew up watching. I grew up watching films like Andaz Apna Apna, Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, films like Dil To Paagal Hai and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, These are the films I remember growing up watching. But of course, being an actor, it's important that I would have seen, films that have made history and have been classics. So, yeah.
Mughal-e-Azam, Pakiza, they are very obvious, but apart from that, more films, more performances. Right. As an actress, I'm sure that you must have modeled yourself on someone that ye nuance inka acha laga.
See, I really
this is something that
Madhuri Dixit, she was my role model. She was like somebody that I really admire, and somebody I wish I could be half as good as. Her charm, her acting skills, I think she's just fantastic.
What is it in the immediate vicinity that you're just looking forward to? Just basking in the glory of Khatron Ke Khiladi, and what else is it on your mind as of now?
Films, my dancing, which I continuously do, and I guess just really enjoying life and waiting for the right opportunities to come along and give it my best shot, like I always have been. I haven't really started shooting for my next film. I have exactly 3 offers that have almost given a nod to, and what's left now is only for us to just make it formal on paper and start shooting. So when the time is right, I'll definitely talk about it.
That was Aarti Chabaria talking about the success of Khatron Ke Khiladi, that she has just won it, and she's also spoken about her likes and dislikes in cinema and what sort of plans she's having in future. Thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama. Lovely to have you, and all the best wishes for all your future ventures.
Thank you.
That's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.